We're just a few days away from Tesla's biggest party on Earth. Now, I know there's a lot of talk about invites and who's getting what. Let me just disclose it from the beginning. No, I did not receive an invite, so please stop asking me for a +1. I would love to take all of you with me, but I have not been invited, and I don't plan on going. I know that there's a ton of people that have bought tickets and booked hotels that haven't even received an invite, and they're hoping they're gonna get one at the last minute, but frankly, I think it just sounds like kind of a big mess considering how many people are probably going to show up. And Elon in the past said that Tesla owners in the Austin area would be prioritized, so I think more people should really look at this event as kind of just a welcoming to the area, mostly for locals. I don't think this is going to be the type of an event where you get an unveiling or a special announcement or pricing. This I would compare to more so GigaFest. Like, yes, they'll probably have factory tours and people can go inside and look at how the facility is operating, and it will likely be an awesome party with great food, awesome music, and now, thanks to Joe Tegmeyer flying his drone over the factory, we're seeing the first ever Tesla Semi spotted at GigaTexas, though because there's literally, construction equipment kind of building on the sleeper cab to the top, I'm not sure if this is actually a functional Semi. We haven't even seen it driving it around, so it's very likely just another stage prop to just get people excited for. It's not really going to be used there, and I would not be shocked at all if the Cybertruck prototype makes an appearance and they bring it out and let people look at it. But the general community, I think, is just way too hyped over this thing. Like, yes, it's probably going to be cool to see Elon and the factory, and of course, when I'm in the area, I want to check it out myself, but there's people acting like if they don't go to this event, then they're going to miss out on everyone getting, like, a free Cybertruck, and there's going to be all kinds of, like, unique special announcements at this presentation. It's like, guys, he's probably just going to answer a few questions and say, yeah, we hope to build the Cybertruck next year, and Texas is awesome, we gotta build more cars, and, accelerate the transition to sustainable energy. All true things, but all things we've kind of known before. And pretty much the newest information you can possibly get is probably already gonna be spotted by the Quad Squad beforehand. Like, Joe also just recently detected someone using a GigaTexas Model Y, and they had the hatch open, and within the hatch we saw that additional cargo holder. So this is something that Tesla's been putting in the Model Ys over at Giga Shanghai, and I believe they even have them at Giga Berlin, but there's extra hooks for you to put a net over your cargo in the back to prevent it from wiggling around, and also this extra little level for you to store things on top of, which those have not been installed on the Fremont Model Ys. I'm not sure why, but this might be another one of those unique features that make it very easy to tell if you have a GigaTexas Model Y. That is, at least until they start including that in the Fremont model. Then it'll become more tricky again, but the close-ups on these vehicles are showing that they are dual motor, which once again kind of proves my previous theory that I think GigaTexas is making, 4680 structural pack Model Ys, but these 4680s themselves are not very energy dense, and that's why the range is only 279 miles registered by the EPA. So far, Tesla has not submitted any new Model Ys to the EPA, so that's why I'm not buying the theory that there is a longer range version of the Model Y coming later. And because they're having a big event in the next couple days, also keep in mind, Tesla has not announced that this is a delivery event, so don't expect the first deliveries of Model Ys to be then either. I'm actually far more interested in the Q1 earnings call on April 20th, because that's when I think we'll probably have a lot more information on the GigaTexas Model Y, what the range numbers are, how much it's going to cost, and what chemistry they're using, and what the run rate of GigaTexas is right now. But what's honestly really cool to see is the factory cranking out all different kinds of colors. For a while, they were just building blue and black Model Ys. Then we finally saw our first batch of white Model Ys, and now, as of recently, we've finally seen a big batch of red Model Ys, and it appears Tesla is actually going to arrange a bunch of Texas-made Model Ys in basically the arrangement of the Texas flag, because they got all the colors necessary. Pretty much the only color we haven't seen out of GigaTexas is Midnight Silver Metallic, which is surprising considering that's a free color now, but yeah, a lot of these Model Ys have been spotted with the 19-inch Gemini wheels, but also even the higher-end 20-inch induction wheels, even though that, as far as we're aware, they haven't quite gotten EPA official approval yet, so if they're willing to customize the paint shop with all of these different tiers, and they're even building some with the higher-end tire options, my theory is that once Tesla does want to start deliveries from GigaTexas, they're not actually going to update the configurator right away, like we would expect. They're actually just going to start loading up the existing inventory page page on Tesla's website with specific Model Ys that say, you know, 279-mile range, and they'll have the color options and the wheels already picked out. And if Tesla wants to taper demand a little bit as well as secure a huge amount of profit up front, they could equip full self-driving on every single one of these Model Ys. That way, you still have to pay a pretty penny for them, even if the range isn't too good, but Tesla knows every single one of them will sell because, for one, they're made from Texas, so the hype around the quality control and the paint quality will be great, and of course, a lot of people just want a Model Y with 4680 batteries because of the higher cycle life, and not to mention the wait time on Model Ys right now is already absurdly long. So if a bunch of people find out, hey, if you order one from existing inventory, you'll get it within a couple weeks, those will probably sell out pretty dang quick. And if this was just calibration and testing equipment, I don't think Tesla would be putting on the 20-inch inductive wheels or building massive amounts of Model Ys with this many different paint options. You know, it's kind of weird that Giga Berlin has started first deliveries and they're officially online now, and yet all of them are still black performance Model Ys. There's like no customization going on. None of them have tow hitches, none of them have the white interior, they haven't even done midnight silver metallic. It's all just black performance models, whereas GigaTexas is doing all these different colors, all these different tire options. So I think they're gonna launch in a different way, and my prediction is that those Model Ys that we're seeing stack up outside the facility are going to be available to order within the next couple weeks, but not at the event itself. I think this is mainly just gonna be a big party that way too many people who don't have invites end up showing up to. It's great that there's non-Tesla hosted events that fans are doing, but I can just imagine the parking and the traffic is going to be insane. And you know, as much as I would have loved to have gone had I got an invite, and I would love to take one of you with me, I've honestly never been that big into big crowds, and I don't really go to concerts or any of that kind of thing. All of the most exciting announcements you'll be able to read online pretty much instantaneously, like at the exact same time. You know, keep in mind, they're not planning on announcing or having some kind of keynote at this thing where Elon speaks about all of the big changes happening with GigaTexas. Like, this is just food, party, dancing, music, which should be fun, but also expected to be insanely crowded, because if Tesla Twitter is any indication, there's gonna be a ton of people that show up to this thing that aren't supposed to be there. Either way, if there are exciting updates or new announcements about this Cyber Rodeo, I'll be sure to keep you guys posted here, and I'm sure content creators will be filming their experience and live streaming it, but because Tesla did not live stream GigaFest, I don't expect anything directly from Tesla's YouTube channel to be broadcasted. So let me know other channels out there you guys love to watch that you know are gonna be at the event down below. Thank you to everyone supporting the channel over on Patreon, helping us afford a Tesla later this year, helping Tesla beat their delivery estimates even further. Also, just watching this video helps a lot, so take care all. Have a great day.